What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show, and today are my keys to the game and how to get a win against Philadelphia. This is a very tough team. It was a very tough team. It was also a very difficult thing that I had to do in regards to getting keys for this game, because Philadelphia is not a joke. And what I found out with this particular game, we're going to have to be extremely intelligent and extremely deceptive to get the win in Philadelphia, which means we're going to have to make them feel that they're winning the game without them actually noticing that they're not winning the game. And I know that sounds a little complicated, but I actually have the keys to win this game if Ron, Jack, and Scott are smart enough to follow this. So I'm going to start from the very beginning. Key number 1, all weapons on deck. I need y'all to, and I know a lot of y'all are sitting there saying, John, that's obvious. No. All weapons on deck. All weapons on deck. That includes Taylor Heineke. Now, wait. Because I know what y'all saying. Just wait a minute. Wait. I'm not sitting here saying bench Carson Wentz. This is not a Taylor Heineke fan video. What I'm saying is that we may need Taylor Heineke because of the fact of his ability to scramble. We're going to have to sometimes, at points in this game, use exactly what Philadelphia does to everybody else. And that's get the quarterback out there running and scrambling, and at times have him throw a short pass. Again, this isn't an indictment on Carson Wentz. We all understand that Carson Wentz isn't the most athletic guy. We know that. This doesn't mean that we don't want Carson Wentz in the game throwing the ball. We're just saying that there may be some stuff we could do that could help us in the long run. I'm not saying Taylor Heineke needs to play the whole game. I'm not saying he needs to play a majority of the game. But on certain plays, we're going to need him. The benefit we got with Taylor Heineke is that, yeah, he's not Carson Wentz, but he's also not Taysom Hill. Like, Carson Wentz can play a deception in the game, being as though he can throw the ball. You know, and if you're talking about a short passing game and one of his favorite targets being Logan Thomas, you can actually utilize Taylor in the RPO system and actually sit up there and have Philadelphia on their heels because of the fact that you're not certain if Taylor's going to throw or run. That, again, I'm not saying take Carson Wentz out the game and have Taylor Heineke play the whole game. I'm just saying all weapons on deck. Key number 2, antagonize the defensive line. Fletcher Cox has this way that if you get to him early, he will be the most angry guy on the field. And he will give you penalties. He will get so upset that he will basically go back at people and pick up penalties. Well, let's help him with that. Antagonize him as much as you can. Antagonize also Brandon Graham. He's another one. Antagonize that defensive line. Make them get so angry that they end up basically just giving us all the penalties in the world. Let us get field advantage by making them feel that at the end of the day, they're being bullied. They hate it, especially Fletcher Cox. Fletcher Cox will do some. Fletcher Cox will nicely give you 15-yard personal foul penalties. He will give them to you. He will definitely give you penalties the whole game if you let him. And with Brandon Graham will be one of those ones that'll jump all sides like it's nothing. So what I'm saying is antagonize the offensive line needs to antagonize the defensive line. Make them feel like they're getting bullied, and trust and believe they will make all the mistakes you need them to make, especially Fletcher Cox. Fletcher Cox will get so mad, he'll get so angry. He's a retaliation guy. We've seen that on multiple occasions. So why not let the defensive line give us basically field advantage? Every time you get an opportunity to antagonize them. Make them feel like they're being bullied because they hate it. Especially Fletcher Cox. He hates it. He hates it so much that he doesn't care that he's getting penalties at a point. So that's key number 2. Key number 3. I said it the first week, I said it last week, and I'll say it this week. Utilize the 2-back set. That actually works for us. There is nothing wrong with having a bunch of weapons on the field at one time. There's so many things you can do with 5 weapons on the field at one time. There's a lot you can do. There's so much you can do that you can actually have this Philadelphia defense actually not understanding what the hell their assignments are. Because again, you're talking about if you run the 2-back set, again, you're talking about 2 tight ends. You'll have your 2 tight ends. You'll have your 2 wide receivers. You'll have your tight end, and you'll have your 2 running backs. That is a recipe for danger for an offensive team. And they know that. They know this. So guess what? We need to utilize that. That actually works for us. You got Curtis Samuel, who can basically go into the backfield. You have Antonio Gibson. You have J.D. McKissick. Utilize that 2-back set. It works. It works very well. And because you see that it works very well, you have to utilize it more and more often. Build more plays out of that set, because the more weapons you get on the field, the better your chances are of winning the game. You have to utilize this 2-back set. There's no way of getting around it. You have to use it. Not only that, this also goes back to my first key where it's all weapons on deck. You utilize a 2-back set and you rotate Taylor Heineke in. Now you have Taylor Heineke as another weapon to contend with. Because again, their thing will be, is he going to run or is he going to throw? We're not certain. So we don't know what the hell to do right now. All weapons on deck. And again, utilize the 2-back set. It's the best thing to do when it comes to this offense. There is an opportunity to snatch a game that you're not supposed to win. And this is the way you snatch that game. Again, like I said, we lose a game. This happens every single year. We lose a game we're not supposed to lose, which is what we just did last week. And we win a game we're not supposed to win, which is what we can do this week. But you have to utilize the things that work for you. Key number 4, and this is a very vital key because of the fact that, again, the 3 previous keys makes this key very possible. Freeze out the Philly offense, which means we're going to have to go on very long drives and play the clock management game. That means Every time there's a running play, there's a passing play, 5 yards and the first down. We have to do 5 yards, first down. We have to do that. 2 plays have to convert a first down. So this is one of these opportunities that we have. The reason why I'm saying freeze out the Philly offense is because Jalen Hurts is the catalyst for the whole team. If you watch the 2 previous games, Jalen Hurts energizes the entire team, offense and defense. Like when Jalen Hurts goes out there and he gets an aggressive touchdown or he makes an aggressive run, he hypes the defense, gets so hyped because they're sitting there like, we have one of the toughest quarterbacks in the NFL. He is the battery for the entire team. You freeze that offense out by going on long plays, getting first downs, all that type of stuff. You sit that Philadelphia offense on the sidelines, then you're talking about the energy is gone from that team. Completely gone from the team. Trust what I'm telling you. This works for them. If Jalen Hurts gets on that field and he does anything magical, trust and believe the battery will be in that team, and next thing you know, it's hard to stop that energy. It's hard. You got to freeze out the offense by going on long drives that converts into touchdowns. You have to do it. You have to play the clock management game to keep that offense on the sideline. If at any point you don't do that, guess what? We're in trouble. Freeze the Philly offense out of this game. Next, my next key number 5. Focus the defense on red zone and goal line. In other words, just to clarify this for a lot of people, let Philadelphia run the ball. Let them play the clock management game right along with us. Let them feel that at the end of the day, they're dominating us in the run game. Because you know why? If they feel that they're running the ball often and they're finding success often, and then once they get to the red zone or the goal line, we stop them. Now you're talking about a team that's going to maybe come out with a little sense of urgency and make mistakes. So basically, let's just focus our defense on red zone and goal line. You focus our team on red zone and goal line, guess what? Now you're talking about short fields to defend. Now you don't have to worry about being 10 yards away from the wide receiver. You don't have to worry about that 10-yard gap that you need because they don't have very good recovery speed. So if you focus the defense on red zone and goal line, we're talking about we can actually have Philadelphia think that they're winning the game, but not actually winning the game. Because if we let them just run the ball, let them run the ball. God, you can go from your 25 all the way up to, what is it? I think the 80, the 30, the 30 on our side, the 20 on our side, and then stop them. Just stop them. Let them march the length of the field. Let them run the ball all they want to run. Once they get to that 20-yard line, you shut it off. Shut it completely off. They get close to that goal line, shut it off. Not only that, it helps the corners when it comes to playing actual tight man coverage, and at the same time getting help in the back end from the safeties and the linebackers. Because now, like I said, you have a very short field to now defend. And you should be able to basically monitor that. So again, focus the defense on red zone and goal line. Let them run as much as they want. Let them run the ball up and down. Let them run it. Once they get to the goal line, once they get to the red zone and the goal line, stop it. Completely stop it. That key leads me into my next key, which is allow only field goals. if you focus the defense on the red zone and the goal line, you're only going to give up field goals. So let them kick field goals. Let them have the option of taking the points. Okay, you know, they're actually holding up, so we're just going to take the points. Focus them on only taking the points, because at that point you're talking about, hey, we are in a situation where we're up 14-9. We're playing the clock management game. The game is probably slow and boring, but guess what? We don't care because we're trying to win. We're trying to beat a team that has been basically running all over other teams. So guess what? This is what we're going to do, and we're going to enjoy it. Allow only field goals. Again, if you're defending this short field, this small amount of field, allow only field goals. That means they have to go 3 and out each time when they get to that red zone and that goal line. Focus it. Allow only field goals. Last but not least, and this key is a very important key, because we need somebody to force Jalen Hurts to basically throw the ball like 40 times this game. Use Cam. Cam is back. Use Cam to spy Jalen. Cam Curl is one of the few guys that I actually feel and that I do see when it comes to defense. He's the one that is more likely to make the play. That means he's the one that's more than likely that when Jalen Hurts sees him, Jalen Hurts is going to have a second thought of actually running the ball. Cam is a guy who will come up and actually make a huge hit. Not only that, he also plays very smart, that he doesn't get penalized for head-to-head things or going at the knees and stuff like that. Cam Curl is the best guy to spy Jalen Hurts. Not only that, that focuses Jamin Davis and Cole Holcomb to responsibilities that are much easier for them. Because you're talking about, you got 2 outside backers playing inside. If you sit up there and you have Cam Curl spy Jalen Hurts, then you could tell Jamin Davis, you could tell Cole Holcomb, okay, your first assignment is the running back, your first assignment is the tight end. Now all of a sudden you got them focused on doing things that is beneficial to them versus them trying to figure out what's going on. Not only that, you want to get that Philadelphia offensive line not moving forward. You want them in situations where they're focused on having to pass block and they're not focused on run blocking as much. Let's see if we can get Jalen Hurts to throw the ball a lot. If we do that, trust and believe, with all these keys that I've just told you about, trust and believe we can beat Philadelphia and actually pull the shocker of the entire NFL season off in week 3. Not only that, if we go by these keys, every other team that plays Philadelphia will utilize this same strategy to beat Philadelphia. So y'all, those are my keys to the game. And I'm going to tell y'all tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think that my keys are a little bit crazy, especially with the incorporation of Taylor Heineke? Y'all tell me what y'all think. Other than that, this has been your man, John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fans Sports Show.